to Friday Night Football, live from Jornada del Muerto, home of the Albuquerque Adams, as they host the Lexington Miners. It's a pair of 3-1 teams looking to keep their winning ways alive under some Friday night lights. Good evening. I'm Cameron Duty along with my partner, Rochelle Colston, and we are glad to have you with us for this SFL matchup. Rochelle, let's talk about it. These two units are meeting for the very first time this evening, and we're fortunate enough to be a part of the action. So we know there'll be no previous matches to really game plan with here. What do you see being the key factors for both of these units in this one?
Good evening, everyone. It is the North Division versus the South Division. Expect to see a lot of offensive production from both teams. Albuquerque is the #1 scoring team in the league, and Lexington is number 11. Both teams also have positive net points. Lexington will need to double or triple team K. Marion and force Shot to throw to another receiver. Albuquerque will have to double team Alex West and always the dangerous Gabriel Manning. I think the game will come down to whoever can establish their run game. Buckle up, everyone. You don't want to miss this one.
No, this is going to be a lot of fun. And as I said, let me reiterate, their first meeting here in the SFL. Of course, these are some old SFLM rivals, but you know, everything gets amped up a little bit when you get in the bright lights of the big leagues. Kickoff is underway. You're not going to want to go anywhere for the next hour and a half or so. This will be down to touchback, of course, and Lexington will start at their 20-yard line, led by quarterback Kenny Slider, having a pretty good season so far. Lexington coming off of a very big victory last week against Denver. Slider is 53 of 89 for 728 yards and 8 touchdowns. That's first in the SFL. Keep it on the ground and a gain of 2. Samuels with the tackle, 2nd and 8, Rochelle.
Yep, not a bad play on first down. Both of these seem like they throw the ball a lot, so we'll have to see more of an air game eventually.
Well, with these receivers, these targets they've got, Slider will look there often. This time it's a little pass to the sidelines for Jackson. It falls incomplete. Let's look at the starting lineup. Quarterback Kenny Slider. The 2 halfbacks are Phoenix Jones and Deion James. The fullbacks Lars Bazar. The wide receivers so talented, Alexander West, Alex Jackson, and Gabriel Manning. The tight end DJ Bandit. The 2 tackles Zena West and Ricky LaFleur. The 2 guards are Jasmine Swift and Donnie Treverson. And at center, you got Phoebe Collins. Big 3rd and 8 already, very quickly in this game. Slider to throw. Plenty of time in the pocket before it breaks down. Just throws that one a little ahead of his intended target for Gabriel Manning. More importantly, it seems like, Rochelle, that was kind of just the throwaway there to get rid of it. Go back to the drawing board. 4th down.
Yeah, that was definitely a forced throw due to coverage of the secondary. There's nobody open. He just kind of threw that one away.
Good coverage downfield by this Albuquerque defense, who we will mention their next series. On to punt for Lexington is Atachi Yuki. It's a good kickoff here, fielded around the 45. The return being made by Kyle Fenimore. And now for Albuquerque, another 3-1 team. And boy, did they play a tough one. I mean, they lost in a heartbreaker. It was a game for the ages against Queen City. They just come up on the losing end of it, but this team very talented with Cyrus Jive at quarterback, among others on the team.
Look at this field position.
Yeah, I mean, how much better do you get, right? You're at home. You've got this high-powered Lexington offense off the field in less than a minute's time, and you start from the Lexington 47-yard line. Pretty good. Cyrus Jive, quarterback to throw. Over the middle, nobody is home, incomplete. Let's look at their starting lineup. Cyrus Jive, as we mentioned, QB, the halfbacks Jason Williams and fullback Justin Williams. Wide receivers Kyle Fenimore, Clarence Lee, and Kay Marion, who is having a great year. Tight end Jack Wall. The tackle is Queen Porter, Max Van Linga, Jerry and Jones. And Leah Williams rounds out your guards. And here we go. Motion already. Letting this play clock wind down here before rolling out. Jive, the throw, got a man. Complete. Tight end Jack Wall, who we know is very beneficial, a 3-time All-Star.
Yeah, great play. I mean, Albuquerque's coming out firing all cylinders right now.
They're doing a good job. Nice job of Wall getting open there into this Lexington secondary, which we will mention in just a moment. Another fresh set of downs here for Albuquerque. 1st to 10. You can't miss them in their They're bright green unis, I tell you, one of the most recognizable and distinguished looks in the league. Here is a handoff turning sideways. There's the halfback, Taylor, who comes in. That's a third string halfback in on that play.
Gonna say, who is that? Who is that guy?
Coming off the bench for a gain of 4. A 2nd and 6. Pressure showing. Keeping it on the ground with Williams, who's going to give him forward progress of a yard. Good job by this Lexington D. As we'll mention, the defensive ends for Lexington, Chris Andrews and Roberto DeMora. Defensive tackles, Mike Mello and Jaden Swift. The linebackers, David Ware, Iggy Turner, Philadelphia Collins, and Tony Roberto. Cornerbacks, Nate Heslip, Jay Rock, Cameron Shaw, and the safeties, Travis Arthur and Marco Swift. Now jive to throw right down the middle, and he is on target looking for Jack Wall again, and he finds him just short of the end zone, but that's a first down for the Albuquerque Adams.
Wow, and you're expecting K. Marion to make big plays. Now you got Jack Wall in the middle of the field, big target. What a perfect throw. I mean, Jack Wall was wide open.
Well, K. Marion was someone that you mentioned in this game, Rochelle. I'll give you the chance to throw that stat out there, leading the league in a couple categories here.
He actually leads in receptions and yards.
So there you go. K. Marion putting in a lot of work, and then you got Jack Wall down there, as we said, 3-time All-Star. You see why. 1st and goal. What will Albuquerque do here? On the ground they stay with Williams. Then he walked in. It wasn't easy, of course, but he takes a stroll there at the end of it, shaking off all defenders and making it look rather easy for the challenge that was at hand. Touchdown, Adams.
And Jason Williams just said, I don't need any blocking. I'm just going to do this all by myself.
Look at that. Have you ever seen anyone shed 2 to 3 tackles and make it look so smooth?
Basically, just get bounced off of them.
Yeah, kind of like a pinball.
Yep, like a pinball, just going down the pinball machine, bounce off the tacklers and take it to the end zone.
There you go. He hit the bonus at the end of it.
Definitely.
Rob Ems.
All the lights lit up.
The Abs did it not here in Albuquerque, and they're all bright green. Extra point is good. 6 plays, and Albuquerque gets on the board. We thank you for being here with us this evening. We're excited to have you here. We want to remind you to please smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, share this with your friends, let them know how you have chosen to spend your Friday evening, and I can promise you it's a really good decision on your part. We're going to have some fun tonight. Again, another booming kickoff. Manning just has to take that one in the back of the end zone for the touchback.
Yep, definitely Lexington's getting the worst of their field position so far tonight.
Yeah, but you know, you got to imagine that this is strategic for Albuquerque here to keep Manning from having a chance to run one back.
Oh, definitely. He's always dangerous in the return game.
1st and 10 for Slider and company at the 20-yard line. Toss play right side there to the halfback, Phoenix Jones. Phoenix Jones, a good stat tonight on Phoenix is he is reaching he's very close to reaching 10,000 career rushing yards. He comes into this game just 24 yards from that mark. So we'll keep an eye on that tonight.
Definitely.
Obviously, congratulations will be in order when that is reached. We expect it to be met tonight. Another carry by Jones, although that does go for minimal. Going to bring up 3rd and 7. Another big tackle here by this Albuquerque defense. And we're yet to introduce you to them, but we will do so quickly after this play here. 3rd and 7, and Lexington needing to establish some consistency here early in this game.
Yeah, they're struggling so far with their run game, so they're forced to go to the air here.
Slider to throw, and there it is to Alex West. No surprise because, you know, like we said, that is one of the key targets, especially in those 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 situations. Look to the middle of the field for West.
Yeah, West and Manning are both very dangerous receivers. They made some big, huge plays this season so far.
And if last week's game is an indication, if anybody got to watch the Denver and Lexington game, I was fortunate enough to call that game. They were never out of it on any down. Didn't matter if it was 3rd and 5, 3rd and 15. They were able to convert with crisp passes such as that. Now there goes Manning in motion. Manning is just a couple of touchdowns shy of a milestone as well, as again it's Phoenix Jones wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Let's introduce you to this Albuquerque defense. Defensive end Chris Porter and Leo Jefferson Defensive tackles Neil Rivers and Joshua Williams. The linebackers Seth Berlin, Keenan Samuels, and William Patterson. The cornerbacks Amar Bryant Jr., Daniel Valentine. Will pause right there for this throw by Slider. Going deep. The pass is complete to DJ Bandit. There's another guy who had a big day last week, and we're expecting a lot out of him tonight.
And Mike Daggs is loving it tonight. Let's throw it to the tight end. Tight ends are making huge plays on the field. I mean, you can't leave that man in the middle of the field that open.
Not at all. We'll finish this defensive line up here for Albuquerque. We mentioned the cornerbacks. Now we'll go to the safeties, TJ Frosty, Jack Napier, and Bryant James. That is this Albuquerque defense, and they've a good, talented defense. Got their hands full tonight with these receivers and backs. Gain of 4 that time to Phoenix Jones. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Lexington's doing a good job by keeping their run game persistent to open up their passing game like they did on that last play.
Halfway through this first quarter of play in the opening Friday night block here of SFL play. That pass, I thought it was off target and somehow coming back for it. A great reception by Martin, one of the second string tight ends here, and doing a good job bringing that one in. First down.
I don't know if Slider felt rushed on that play, but he got rid of the ball in a hurry.
Well, they sure did.
The first down.
A great job of David Martin there, just coming back to the football, making a big-time play. Slider to throw again, leaving it up for West. And not only does he catch that, he's able to absorb the hit, take a shot, and hold on to the football.
Yeah, great job by West. A very reliable receiver. I mean, pretty decent coverage. He just got in front of the defender and made a great catch.
Yeah, there's
not a big hit at the end.
You're right, and there's not much you can say about that coverage by Daniel Valentine. I mean, that was some good coverage there, but somebody like West able to make magic happen, I guess you'd say. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. First time today. This carry is up the middle again with Jones. To my understanding, we've yet to see Deion James tonight. Kind of a surprise.
And TJ Frosty coming up from his free safety position to make the play.
An interesting note to point out, last week in that game against Denver, Lexington used really interchangeably both halfbacks quite a bit. Slider up there, one-handed grab to Bandit again. Man,
I like this philosophy. They're using they're using other people besides their huge receivers. I love getting Bandit involved. It's a big target, middle of the field.
You can only benefit yourself if you're able to spread the football around and do it effectively. So far, they've done just that. There again in motion is Martin. 2nd string tight end. A Slider throwing to the end zone. It's intercepted. Are you kidding me? Plucking that one out of the air was Daniel Valentine. He got beat on that coverage amongst Alexander West early on.
Oh, no.
He gets the pick, but we unfortunately have a player down. That's William Patterson, Rochelle.
And the outside linebacker, William Patterson, is down the field. And that time, Valentine made a mistake. He should have just knelt it in the end zone and decided to return it. Now Albuquerque's backed up into their own end zone on the 2-yard line.
Yeah, came out trying to make something of that. A lot to unpack in that one play. Slider with the crucial interception in the red zone. Picked up by Albuquerque here in Daniel Valentine. They start from the shadow of their own end zone. Thankfully, Williams with a good play on first down. Gets them out close to the sticks. 2nd and inches.
I thought he actually got the first, but
it was Heslip who came all the way over to tackle. I thought he was able to clear the markers too. They're going to say,
oh, look at that. It's like an eyelash.
Yeah, it's 2nd and a feather, literally.
Quarterback sneak. Here we go.
Rochelle calls quarterback sneak.
Nope.
They keep it on the ground, though. And that is number 28. That is Taylor, the halfback, off the bench. Used him a couple times already here.
Hey, when your backup can come in and get you the first down, you're doing good.
So 1st and 10, just out past the 15-yard line, but that looks a lot better than where Albuquerque started this drive from. The defense making the big play early on. And then the handoff once more. This is Jason Williams on the carry. baskets for this Albuquerque defense. A pretty solid unit. Of course, takeaway, something they'd like to improve upon this season, but a good job so far.
I think they're expecting a run here. Look at this defense. They're all in the box.
Sure feels that way, and they are correct on that. Now, just pulling and pushing through the pile is Frank Taylor, the halfback, and he gets close to the first down, so third and manageable coming up.
Yeah, third and definitely manageable. Let's see if they go back to the run game here, or if they let Jive air it out.
Closing in on 1 minute left in this opening stanza. As Williams with the carry, turns sideways, then turns on the spin cycle and gets a first down. And this rushing attack, such a talented unit here, Rochelle, and we see just how good they are. Maybe the rushing yards per game doesn't really show it, just 99, but they got some talented backs here.
Yeah, but if Albuquerque can establish a run game, it may cause problems for Lexington.
So they've got some strength in their backfield as well. Now this time it is the halfback Taylor again. He just tried every way in the world possible to make something happen, leaping over players and trying to cut back left side. Nothing there. Second down.
Very lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage that time. I thought he actually was caught in the backfield.
It's one of those plays that you almost find yourself as just a football enthusiast going, just go ahead and just quit on the play. It's only going to get worse from here. But nevertheless, a good play by the defense. And again here, Swift, big man Swift with the tackle, and it's 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a huge man to be running into.
And a beautiful sunset here, as you see in Albuquerque, as we put a bow on quarter number 1. Albuquerque leads Lexington 7-0. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. Cameron Duty here with my buddy Rochelle Colston. I got to thank Ron Haynes and Damon Simeon in the stats truck. And as always, Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ. And we appreciate them. And we appreciate you guys again for hanging out with us tonight on what's sure to be a really good game here. Albuquerque throwing Jive. Wide open. And guess who that is, Rochelle? First down for Kay Marion. She's at it again.
If you're Lexington, you have to know where she is on the field at all times, because she's always dangerous. She's a favorite target of Jive. This is her 34th reception of the season.
Like, how do you get that wide open? How do you let her get that wide open?
Zone coverage.
So she's just using the cushion there in the middle of the field. Albuquerque comes into this game 31.5 points per game. That's 3rd best in the league. Toss play left side here. Hard running. They've used Taylor even more so than Jason and Justin Williams out of the backfield. Nothing going there. Tony Roberto, it seems like Lexington's getting wise to Taylor's rushing attempts.
Yeah, but I think Albuquerque's more dangerous in the air than they are on the ground. So
with that being said, are you surprised to see them being so run heavy right now?
Yes. I mean, you have to. Oh no!
And right into the waiting arms of David Ware, the big linebacker. Jive's the only one that can catch him, and he does, but not before it puts Lexington in an incredible field position or just outside the red zone, I should say. But that is the 2nd straight drive we have seen a crucial turnover put the opposing team in good field position.
Yeah, Jive did not have enough height on that ball. Allowed David Ware just to sit there and intercept it. Very lucky that wasn't a pick 6, and great tackle by Cyrus Jive.
For David Ware, that is his 2nd interception of the season. That's important to note. And on his career, that is his 5th. So congratulations to David Ware for pick number 5 in a great career for the SFL.
Now you're set up right outside the red zone.
And now, handing it off. Again, that's
Let's have another injury. Oh, no.
Phoenix Jones, who is down. You could tell the way he rolled over after that carry that something was just amiss. And folks, Phoenix Jones is down just a couple yards shy of that record we talked about, personal record, 10,000 career rushing yards. He's walking off, but Rochelle, that doesn't look good.
No, and if you're Lexington, you're sweating right now. Without your star running back, you could be in trouble.
Yeah, a huge piece of this Lexington offense. Now down, rely more on Dion James, who you still got in the backfield, and that is a good thing here. James with a good carry, fighting hard. They are going to give him forward progress. We'll see if that's challenged or not. We'll see if we can get an update on Jones as this game progresses.
Yeah, Phoenix Jones came into this game with 71 carries, and he is their feature back. So we'll see what happens.
You got to also give credit to Bizarre right there. Lars Bizarre doing a good job blocking up front for James to get that first down. And the tide has all of a sudden turned here in Albuquerque. Oh, almost intercepted it. Back went the other way. The pendulum almost swinging back for Albuquerque. And a good job coming in. That is Orlando Huff, the second string linebacker, almost making an interception.
Very, very lucky. Kenny Slater counts himself very lucky at this point.
Man, a lot of really tense moments early in this game. Keep an eye on Alexander West, moving from right to left. Second 10, slider to throw. I believe that was West he was able to connect with. No, I apologize. That's actually DJ Bandit, both of them on the top side of the screen there. 3rd and 6.
Yep, and once again, they go to reliable Bandit this game. He's gotten more targets than West at this point.
Coming into the game, DJ Bandit with some good numbers on the season. And here again is Slider with plenty of time throwing to the end zone. Intercepted!
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me? One-handed grab for the INT, and TJ Frosty kneels down. And Rochelle, while we're at it, we need to go ahead and call that our nice hands catch of the day. I mean, impressive. A one-handed interception in the backfield brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23.
Whenever you get to your own end zone that way and you try passing the ball, I mean, there was nothing but green jerseys. That's all you saw in the end zone with the 2 receivers, and it's no wonder that ball was intercepted.
And that is twice in this game alone, folks, that Kenny Slider has thrown a red zone interception. Oh, heartbreaking indeed. Albuquerque now turning on the speed with Williams, a good 8-yard gain on first down.
If you're Albuquerque, you turned over the ball almost in their own red zone, and then the interception get it back. I mean, come on, things are going Albuquerque's way tonight for sure.
Yeah, so far in this game, you are correct on that. And today, you have Jason Williams with 36 yards, as you see, averaging about 5 yards a carry. So doing a good job. As we said, this team not really accustomed to running as often as they seem to be tonight. Taylor's run, maybe a couple there.
Let's go back to the beginning of the game where I say, whoever establishes their run game will do well tonight. And right now, Albuquerque's doing a good job of doing that.
See, Rochelle, that's why I listen to you. You're wise beyond your years.
I think they're going to run the ball here again, too.
Certainly looks that way. You've been right so far every time. Jack Wall in motion.
Oh, look for Jack Wall in the middle of the field also. Yep.
Yeah, and Jive going to stand in there, throw one, and wide open was the wide receiver, K. Marion, once more. And not bad coverage there either, but Jive did a good job of just feeding it right in there.
I mean, she runs a route where she gets herself in front of the receiver. In front of the defender.
Yeah.
And Jive just makes a great throw.
And we actually, between herself and Alex West on the other side of the ball, we've seen that a couple of times tonight. They're just able to fit themselves in there like so to turn facing that football and make the reception. Now, again, that's Taylor on another carry. We pretty much could say it, almost being featured primarily in this spot tonight, gain of 3.
Well, I mean, Taylor's doing a good job of coming off the bench, and both of these backs are picking up yards.
Second and 7 coming up here, just past midfield for Albuquerque, trying to get points off a turnover. Williams with another good carry, and that's going to bring up a really 3rd and manageable here with 3 yards to go.
Yeah, Williams is always excited to watch run. There are so many Williamses on these teams that I get confused.
Late handoff, a fumble, and another nasty turnover. Lexington gets the ball back. I believe that it was Philadelphia Collins who jumped on it. Let's see if we can see a replay. Oh, he jarred it loose.
And 95 knocked the ball loose.
Yeah.
He recovered it.
There was a rugby scrum at the bottom of it. I thought Philadelphia come up with his own fumble there that he jarred loose, but nevertheless, a big-time turnover here by Lexington. Folks, we believe...
What is happening?
What is happening? We believe that was David Ware who had the interception who come up with the fumble recovery. Now Slider throwing deep to Alex West. What is going on tonight? We can't take it all in. It's so much at once.
Well, you know, Lexington has Gabriel Manning, who's always dangerous, and now you have Alex West combined with Manning. I mean, it wasn't bad coverage. There was two defenders right there, but a great throw by Kenny Slider.
2 turnovers apiece by both of these teams.
What is happening?
Oh, man, 2 good defenses here. A lot of angst, a lot of tension here in this stadium tonight. James with the carry, running left side. Not a lot there. Gain of 2, brought down by Amari Bryant Jr.
And right now, Lexington really is missing Phoenix Jones. Hopefully he's okay and comes back.
Yeah, Phoenix
check on that.
Hopefully we get a chance to. It really did feel as if, you know, he was just starting to warm up. You know, his carries were getting better, more efficiency out of him. And now Slider going to step up, run, starts to slide, and then he is thrown down to the Albuquerque turf. I believe it was Valentine's who wrapped him up and tossed him down. A 3rd and 2 coming up, and a big play here.
Valentine says, no, you want to run the ball, you're going to pay. I'm not letting you slide.
See if they keep it on the ground. 2 yards to go. They do with James. Loses a tackle there and gets a little bit farther forward, but most importantly, got the first down.
Yep, as a running back, as long as you're picking up the first downs when they ask you to on 3rd and short, you're doing your job. You're getting you're earning your money.
A fast-moving, wild first half. We are already at the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. That is off the hands of the intended.
Who made that hit? I missed it.
Well, I couldn't tell. All I could see was that reaching out for that one was Alex Jackson before it was hit, and then over.
I think it was Jack Napier according to the stat sheet.
Yeah, I think it was. That was going to be my guess at it before that ball hit end over end on the turf. Hand off to James, still on his feet, gets a pretty decent yardage there on 2nd down. 3rd and 6 coming up. I got to tell you, Rochelle, my eyes immediately went for the football there because I felt like it was one of those moments where it was just going to hang up in the air until somebody got under it for maybe an interception.
Yes, we've seen a lot of those tonight.
Well, you can see why I might think that. Slider here to throw on 3rd down. Intercepted, and you see why I thought it. Amari Bryant Jr. again for the 3rd time tonight in the end zone. This Albuquerque defense says absolutely not. Stay out of my end zone.
I mean, Albuquerque's just doing a great job of getting themselves to the end zone. I mean, look, there's two defenders and 1 receiver.
How many times, Rochelle, in a football game would you ever see these Lexington wide receivers denied in the manner with which they have been in this entire game? Now, 3 times already, 3 shots to the end zone, 3 interceptions.
Well, this time you have Albuquerque on their own 20. It's not as bad as it usually is. Oh, no.
Pressure coming.
Wow.
Yeah, gets it out to Marion. A good job with Jive there. Under pressure, but can you go back and think, Rochelle, of a time when we've seen this before for this Lexington offense getting turned away as often as they have?
No, and this time, I think Jive felt the pressure. Great job of staying composed and finding K. Marion. I think Jive just throws the ball and says K. Marion's out there somewhere.
Yep, I would have to agree. We've seen some of that in the SFL last night. If you haven't had a chance to watch those on Thursday nights, definitely do so. We've seen some of that action as well in the game we got the call yesterday evening. That run goes nowhere. Good tackle up front by big number 98, Tony Roberto, 6'3", 255 pounds.
And Albuquerque keeps running the ball just to keep the defense honest, I think. They're most dangerous when they pass.
Closing in on the 2-minute warning. Albuquerque wants to take this and score. Oh, way ahead of the intended target that time. I thought that had a risk of being intercepted. Travis Arthur was in the vicinity, but it's incomplete.
Very lucky there. It's 3rd and 10. Definitely can see a huge pass. I keep an eye on Marion. I keep an eye on Wall.
3 receivers to the top. One to the bottom of your screen.
Got Lee in motion.
Jive now stepping up in the pocket. Baseball slides. He's conservative. Not a bad play call at all. You got to give the ball away on a punt, but risking a turnover, they might can pin him deep here with Buzz Killington.
Yep, you sure don't want to give the ball to Manning to return. I kick it to somebody else.
Little wonky snap there, but handled well by Killington, and it's fair caught. And again, that's good coverage downfield, not allowing Manning, an opportunity to run. So they'll start from their 20.
Yep, I'm surprised Manning actually fair catches anything, to be honest with you.
And a little alert here for Cyrus Jive, who came into this game needing 93 passing yards to reach 1,000 for the season. He's over that mark. 101 yards tonight, so he is over 1,000 in this young season. Now Kenny Slider, interception. What is going on? TJ Frosty with the INT, and for Kenny Slider, would you believe it? 4 interceptions in 1 half, 3 1/4.
This Albuquerque defense is just making a statement.
My goodness.
That time, this receiver was triple teamed.
And with that, we go to the 2-minute warning, and rightfully so. Let's take a moment, catch our breaths, and we'll be right back on the Virtual Football Network. Cam Duty here with Rochelle Colston, Damon Simeon, and Ron Haynes in the stats truck. 2 interceptions for TJ Frosty on the evening, and then another pair of interceptions for this Albuquerque defense, and they have stymied this Lexington offense that comes in here so good and so talented. Gain of 6 on 1st down, 2nd and 4. But let's also talk big picture. Yeah, a lot of turnovers so far from Slider, but the fact is, Rochelle, they're only down a touchdown.
I know. That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, still very much in this game.
I mean, Kenny Slider came into this game with only 5 interceptions. Great run by Taylor.
Yeah, good job by Taylor. They want to try to take this next minute and a half and do something with it, rightfully so. But yeah, you're right. 5 interceptions on the season coming in, and he had 5 touchdowns last week for 445 yards in their victory against Denver.
And he has 4 interceptions tonight. He's almost reached his season stat for interceptions. That's wild.
What a difference 5 days makes. Roberto with a crushing tackle on the halfback, and a timeout is called. Oh. Man, I just really, it's so hard to really kind of process everything that we have seen so far in tonight's game. All the turnovers, the back and forth momentum swings, and it's still just a 7-point game so far. Incredible.
You kind of feel sorry for Damon Simeon and Ron Haynes in the stat track going back and forth on that stat sheet. So many turnovers.
Yeah, we think we got it rough. Those guys down there, I mean, they're putting in the work. One-handed grab. Beautiful job of Fenimore, and he keeps pushing. He almost gets the touchdown. They'll call it timeout. Stopped around the 1-yard line. Albuquerque in business here.
Yep, and Jive is doing a great job of using all his weapons now. We haven't seen Clarence Lee with a catch, but K. Marion, Jack Wall, Kyle Fenimore now involved.
Oh, and here we go. Look at this. All lined up here.
Is he going to run? Look at that
throw. Oh, screen pass out of the backfield to Williams, and he walks in for the touchdown, completely unguarded. Albuquerque up 2 scores, and finally they get points off the turnover.
There was literally no defenders on that side of the field. Jason Williams just ran this little route. I mean, look at that. There was nobody.
You really could draw it up any better than that. And you know, it's just like us. We literally said we're expecting run here. About that time, Jive snaps it, throws a beauty, screen pass out to Williams, and it's a touchdown under this beautiful Albuquerque night sky. Rob Ems on to attempt the extra point. It is good. And it's a 2-score game. 57 seconds remaining in the half. And Albuquerque benefiting from that last INT by Kenny Slider, 14-0. Now I have a question to propose to you, Rochelle. Do you see Lexington try to come out and be aggressive this last minute, or do you just give Slider a chance to regroup in the locker rooms?
If I was Lexington, you can't afford another interception now. I would just let the clock tick down. I go in and regroup.
Alexander West will back on
That's
that.
different.
Yeah.
Where was Manning?
Lined up ahead.
Front.
Yeah, up in front of West. And a decent return there by Alexander West. Out to the 25. So, yeah, we'll see if they take it easy or if they want to push their luck here one more time in this first half. Slider, as we said, one of his roughest first halves to date.
Ooh.
But still, this Lexington team can score quick. Still in this ball game.
It could be a lot uglier with the 4 interceptions.
DJ Bandit in motion settles to the right side of Slider. Play clock down to 3. And going is Jackson with the reception, kind of backs himself out of bounds, stopping the clock with 50 seconds to go.
I mean, they're not being overly aggressive. They're just, making these short little passes. But, hey, if you get a big play, you get a big play. I wouldn't force anything downfield.
2nd and 5. This formation looks like it's very run-oriented. Toss play, left side to James, off of a tackle, still on his feet. He gets the first. And right now, we might be seeing just an attempt to get in field goal range at the very least and see if you can tack 3 on.
Yes, you need to put some points on the board. I mean, you have a contract kicker.
And a good one at that with Takeda Yuki. All 3 seasons he has been here in Lexington. Keep an eye on Bandit. Play clock down to 5. They snap it. Slider to throw to Bandit. First down and another timeout called for. And right now, I got to say, Rochelle, I kind of like this little drive. I think they're using their plays and their timeouts wisely.
I agree. And you're using different targets, too.
Staying away from the usual. Really interesting because you mentioned right before the flurry of interceptions happened that they were using so many different targets. It seems like every time they've tried to go to West or go to Bandit that something devastating has happened. Play clock down to 5. Nobody in the backfield here for Kenny Slider. And he throws.
Another one.
And that was West right there. He took a shot due to Jack Napier on that one. Incomplete, 2nd down.
And Daniel Valentine was also right there. I mean, they're double teaming these receivers.
See the stats on Slider.
Oof.
4 INTs in this first half. Trying to redeem himself here, and they get 5 interceptions. Are you kidding me? Daniel Valentine going back the other way. And I, along with the rest of our viewers, I'm sure, and especially the Lexington faithful, are setting her mouth agape. That's just what happened.
I mean, not a great throw by Slider. The defender was just sitting there, and the ball was thrown right to him, basically. Jeez.
Oh, man. This is the 2nd INT for Valentine as well tonight.
I have to ask, Cam was the most interceptions thrown in the game by one quarterback.
Rochelle, this is going to be really tough if Albuquerque wins to try to give a game ball when you have people with multiple interceptions. Look at Kay Marion right here with the first intent. I don't know why they're intent on making our job so difficult tonight.
I don't know, but if I was Lexington, I'd be having three defenders on her, 3 at least.
Yeah.
But she would somehow manage to get open anyway, I have a feeling.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, Kay Marion, how do you stop Kay Marion? Let's just put it that way. It doesn't happen very often. Clarence Lee goes in motion to the bottom of your screen here. Now Albuquerque with a beautiful opportunity to put some more points on the board before halftime. Dive to
No!
he fixed it. What in the world? Folks, that is J-Rock with the INT, and I can't believe what I am seeing. That is Rock's 20th interception of his career.
Okay. I don't even know what to say anymore.
8 turnovers. 8 turnovers in the first half, and I'm afraid to tell you, we still have 19 seconds before halftime. We could have another.
A fumble.
A fumble. Yeah, I have to suggest we just need to just get to halftime, folks.
Yeah, deal. Just give the ball.
And it's just a 14-point game out of all this. Oh, my gosh. Deion James with the run. Let's not lose sight of that. It is a 14-point game. And with 8 turnovers, a 14-point game. Unbelievable.
And as an offense, you have to take advantage of those turnovers. You have to score.
Oh, and here when I thought we were finished, we get one more timeout.
Let's see. We'll have the Hail Mary here with an interception.
Where is my Tylenol? 2nd and 4 coming up. They've got me stressed for them. Slider. I don't want to put this one up in the air one more time. Hey, get right back on the horse when you fall off, right? Throwing deep. Oh, I thought it was going to be an
Me too.
It falls to the ground, and that is going to end the most uncanny, unpredictable, excitement-filled first half I think I've ever watched of a SFLM game. Was it pretty? No. Was it ugly? Yes. Was it exciting? You betcha. Welcome to the SFL halftime report. Cameron Duty, Rochelle Colson. Albuquerque leads 14-0. All right, Rochelle, give me some sort of thoughts if we can think of anything to put down here on pen and paper.
Interceptions, fumble. I don't know. Turnovers.
Like we're at the local bakery. We ordered a batch of 8 turnovers in this game up to this point.
I just hope we don't get a baker's dozen out of it.
Oh, anything can happen here. What do you see going forward in this game, Rochelle? Obviously, protect the football. Let's just say Lexington, rely on the run game. They're down Phoenix Jones. What do you do?
I mean, I hate to say it, but they need to go to the air. I think the biggest problem in this game is we have the turnovers, but no one's taking advantage of the turnovers. I mean, it's just 14-0.
Yeah, we'll find out, folks. Before that, though, let's take a quick halftime break presented by Brakes GPT. And we'll be right back.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
It's an Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
We invite you to break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Brakes GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Brakes GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Brakes GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner over at BrakesGPT.com. Good return here. Still on his feet. Number 88, Clarence Lee, out to the 40-yard line for Albuquerque. And I tell you what, Rochelle, coming out of the gate, that's not what Lexington wants to see, but Albuquerque got to be feeling real good right now.
And now we got Clarence Lee involved, too. I mean, they're using everybody.
Absolutely. Folks, a couple of updates for you for the 2 injuries that we've seen in this game. For Albuquerque, William Patterson dealing with some hyperextended knee issues. And on Lexington's side, the update a lot of you have been asking about, Phoenix Jones, he is dealing with headaches, and he is questionable to return. So taking a tough hit there, obviously must have caused some issues there for Phoenix Jones and some headache issues he's battling. We'll see if he comes back into this game.
Give that man some Advil, send him back out there.
Well, I just asked for Tylenol before the break.
Flag.
Penalty flags all over the place.
Pass interference.
And that is our first penalty of the game. Albuquerque will accept 1st and 10.
And that's against Tony Roberto.
Yeah. Got their To me, it really seemed like to me, it kind of seemed like he was on time. I don't know, the way that the official saying he got there, maybe arrived a little bit too early in the eye of the official. So 1st and 10 for Albuquerque. You get this feeling, Rochelle, that this Lexington defense is starting to get very antsy to come up with something to swing the pendulum back in their direction. Williams with a carry, gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
And Albuquerque, still running the ball, keeping the defense honest. They kind of like to spread the defense out and then hit them with a huge pass.
2nd and 7, it goes without saying, this Lexington defense wanting to put in some work and get Albuquerque off the field here.
Justin Williams in motion.
Yeah, Williams in motion. And meanwhile, that is Taylor again off the bench with the carry. Been used primarily in this game tonight, and he gets another 1st and 10.
Yeah, I mean, the backup come off the bench is doing just an exceptional job of picking up yards and getting first downs when necessary.
And so here we have another 1st and 10 into Lexington territory. And Albuquerque. Another thing, and we'll get to this point in just a moment, as Jive throws, screen pass, not much there. Actually, it's a loss of 2, unfortunately, for Albuquerque. 2nd and 12 coming up. But that's a good point, Rochelle. The fact is, if you're Albuquerque, you want to keep putting touchdowns on the board because we said Lexington can get hot at any time, and if they do, they can score points fast.
Yes.
Jive throwing. I had no idea that there was an Albuquerque wide receiver in that pile.
I didn't see him either.
Kyle Fenimore coming out of nowhere to catch that one.
All I saw was white. Like, who's he throwing to?
He must have been turned completely sideways.
I don't know. And in that bright green, you really can't miss them.
I know. Incredible how that happened. Jive throwing. Pass is complete. No. Dropped.
Oh,
is it
no.
Kay Marion? Marion is down. Kay Marion on the turf. They'll bring out the trainer to look at her. That is our 3rd injury of the evening. We're going to say that she caught that pass, but then succumbed to the injury afterward. And so they will have to have her walk off the field here, see what happens, get her under the blue tent. We'll see if Kay comes back.
And the home crowd now is very upset. I mean, your number 1 receiver is now in the locker room.
Game has literally had every emotion possible. Cyrus Jive throwing out of the backfield. The Williams spin move. What a play to get upfield and get the 1st down.
Wow, what a move. That defender was left in his shoes.
Look at that right there. Beautiful. Roberto, 1 minute, it's like now you see him, now you don't. Next thing you know, he's behind you.
Challenging. Really challenging.
Yeah. Possibly that he stepped out of bounds. We'll take a look at it here with the Retroid Challenge, brought to you by Retroid. Get your console to play SFL on the go at GoRetroid.com. Time for the Retroid retroactive look. Excuse me, as we go under the hood. Or maybe it's the spot here. Yeah, perhaps that's
a spot. No, I don't think he got it. His knee was down on the line and the ball was behind it.
Okay, the ruling on the field is overturned. Lexington is not charged the timeout. We'll see where they...
It's like an eyelash.
Yeah, exactly. 2nd and inches. When I first seen it, I thought maybe they had seen that, during the spin move, maybe a heel or something had kind of trailed out of bounds. But yeah, that's a spot call for sure.
Quarterback sneak, 28 up the middle. You can do whatever you want here.
Let's see what they do with Jive. Oh, they throw.
Whoa.
Pressure coming and he fumbles. That's why you don't.
Oh my gosh.
And bouncing on it is number 44, Iggy Turner, and it was Berto Demora who jarred it loose. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's better than a sack.
Yeah. And it went against exactly what you'd mentioned. You could do anything here. You could quarterback sneak, tush push, give it to your big fullback and halfback, give it to Taylor. He's been great all night off the bench. And the fumble on a pass attempt. Another
If you're
turnover.
Lexington, you have to take advantage of this turnover.
Lexington has been given a gift. Slider,
Oh my
he's
gosh.
hit. He is absolutely obliterated in the backfield. Coming in, it's Chris Porter off the edge.
Total obliteration. Cameron's word.
Yeah, I know. I say that every now and then, but that was, I mean, look at Porter. I mean, just coming in, rightfully so, in Albuquerque, like a heat-seeking missile here.
What is going on in this game? It's so wild.
We're all stunned. This great blue planet we're on is completely stunned. Everybody across SFL Nation wondering what is happening here tonight. 2, 3, and 1 teams, and they are struggling mightily. Jackson with the incompletion. Okay, great defensive work all the way around. What's that put us up to? 9 turnovers in this game. As we said, we're about to get a baker's dozen.
I lost count.
I think we're at 9. So we're going to see, folks, if we can get the baker's dozen. We don't want to.
You don't want that.
We're just 3 away. Slider on 3rd and 15.
Oh my God.
Coming, and it's
Chris
like
Porter.
a horrible nightmare. Chris Porter again in the backfield. Whew. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Like I said, it's like a bad dream for Kenny Slider, and he just wants to wake up right now. 2 sacks in 3 plays for Chris Porter. Natashi Uden to punt from the goal line.
Wow. You give Albuquerque great field position.
Right at the 50. Yeah, right at midfield. All right, folks, let's take a moment here and just ask you, if you haven't had a chance yet, we want you to tune in Thursdays. It's Thursday nights, our SFL Season 10 action. It's underway, and it resumes this Thursday coming at 6 p.m. Eastern with Boston and New York. And in the nightcap, Philadelphia faces San Jose. See the SFL Stars of tomorrow right here on the Virtual Football Network. And, folks, I promise you, if you haven't had a chance to watch some of this minor league action, you're really missing out. Some great stuff down in the SFLMs as William gets the carry and a gain of 6 on first down.
Let's see if we can have a whole, series without a fumble or an interception. 1 possession without a turnover.
Take a look at the over-under. 45 and a half.
I said beginning it should be a high-scoring game, but
Yeah. Well, we sure thought it going in, didn't we? That's the thing about SFL football. You just never know what could happen. And that tackle made by 95 Philadelphia Collins is going to keep them short of the first. Big 3rd and 2 here for Albuquerque.
I thought it was closer than 2. I thought it was more like 3rd inches, but hey, what do I know?
All right.
Let's see if they throw the ball again on 3rd and short.
Keeping it on the ground wisely, although nothing going right there as Williams stopped behind the line. That's Tony Roberto, excuse me, getting the tackle for loss, and it's 4th and 2.
Tony Roberto's been all over the field, man. My impact player on defense tonight.
Literally, there are so many star players that could have a game ball tonight off this Albuquerque squad. And a great punt. And it's going to bounce into the end zone. Good attempt by Buzz Killington. Hey, let's go to Cameron Irvine at SFL headquarters. I'm interested to see what's going on in the other game. It's been crazy over here, my friend.
Oh, it's crazy over there, too. I've got the audio up, I believe, for this. Gerald and Michael, take it away.
He died.
Harish Prasad is down. Charleston leads 17-7. Oh, my God, he died, says Gerald. Back to you guys.
We have bodies dropping all over both football fields tonight here in Albuquerque and as well over there in the Charleston, Carolina game.
But Cameron, the biggest joke is about Harish Prasad getting hurt. That's a whole nother story.
A whole nother story. Well, okay, I will have to be filled in on that one for sure. Give me a little enlightenment there. Oh, and that toss play, nothing doing. Great job in the backfield. Quickly was Keenan Samuels.
Yeah. This Albuquerque defense is some tough tonight. They're not allowing much.
Yeah, this Lexington offense, would you believe, almost 3/4 of the way through and no points on the board. Throwing, complete DJ Bandit. Boy, they surely needed that one.
And that time, GJ Bandit got himself open in the middle of the field. Don't think they were playing. Yep, they were playing zone, and they just found the hole.
You know, this season for Lexington, we've seen moments of brilliance, but we've also seen feast or famine. Either they won the game by scoring 20 or more points, they've put up 21, 23, and 35 points in their victories, but in their loss, the one loss on the season, they were shut out 34-0 by the Sin City Samurai. So when it's good, and when it goes south, it goes way south. Again, the second in 3 games here that Lexington has yet to put a point on the board.
Yeah, like Case Hyder has just 2 different kinds of games. Either he's on or he's off. And when he's off, he's really off.
This Lexington team full of talent, just needing to find some of that consistency. Keep an eye on Alexander West in the bottom of your screen. Pressure coming all over, all around. Adams swarming Kenny Slider. Getting credit for the sack that time is going to be Neil Rivers. And this drive will be stalled out again.
And that O-line's not doing a very good job of protecting Slider tonight, especially in his last couple of possessions.
Rivers was coming around on the backside. It was Joshua Williams there on the front side. So this drive, trying to keep it alive, 3rd and 15. We're going to have to go deep to one of your star wideouts here.
And hopefully you don't throw it to the green team.
Alex Jackson in motion. Well, you'll definitely be able to see him out there for sure.
Oh!
And incomplete. I'm telling you what, you know.
That was Jack Napier.
Yeah, Jack Napier and company. Beautiful job tonight, all night long. This Lexington offense at bay. Not only just at bay, but in a state of confusion.
Jack Napier won his interception on the night, too.
Itachi Yuki now on to attempt to punt. He's had a busy evening.
Nice punt, though.
Good punt, indeed. And not much of a return there, brought out to the 34-yard line. And you know what, Rochelle, let's talk about it here. It's still a 14-point game. And I know,
unbelievable that it's still a 14-point game.
Yeah, I mean, it honestly feels like Albuquerque should be up 50-0 at this point with as many turnovers and misfortune as Lexington has had. But the fact is, still a 14-point game. Lexington's defense doing their part, trying to keep them in it as best as they can. We will see what happens here. Good hard running by Williams for a gain of 4.
And normally he's more of a finesse back. He's just showing that he has some power here tonight, too. Dragging people with him.
Good game plan by Albuquerque tonight. I mean, they really have done a good job on defense. We knew that they were going to be ball hawks, right? I mean, we knew that was for certain. But coming into this game, they just had 4 interceptions on the season. Now you think about how many they've had tonight. Going to look really good, and that's going to boost their stats, their defensive ranking up as gain of 4 on that play.
A great open field tackle there by number 25, the strong safety Marcus Swift.
And here we go, folks. This is a big play, not to overstate it, but Lexington really needing to get Albuquerque off the field. 3rd and 6, pressure coming to throw down the middle, complete. Welcome back, Kay Marion.
Oh, they're lucky. She's back in the game, so Albuquerque's very happy about that. She comes back in, and what she does makes a great catch in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and Albuquerque throwing
the crossing route to the receivers caused a lot of confusion on the defense there.
Tight window there. Throwing into a tight window with Cyrus Jive, but Jive has did a really solid job this evening for sure. Winning the quarterback battle between the two, definitely up to this point. Keeping here on the ground with Taylor. Yeah, impressive numbers out of Taylor this evening. Close to first.
And they're almost in field goal range here.
At what point, though, what in the back of your mind, if you are Albuquerque, you know what happened last week against Queen City? It's just a 14-point game, as I mentioned. You know, you've got to keep your foot on the gas here. Williams doing his part across the 20 into the red zone, and that's kind of back to what I was speaking on, Rochelle. You know they want to keep putting points up on the board. You can't afford not to here.
No, they're definitely not going to take their gas off. I mean, you got to slow the game down a little bit. You do have the 14-point lead. It's getting late in the game. There's only 1 quarter left. You still have to be kind of aggressive, but I would stick to the ground and pound. I keep taking the clock away from Lexington.
Cyrus Jimes, last 10 pass attempts on your screen, 8 of 10.
Oh my gosh.
1 interception in that, but also 1 touchdown. He also went over the 1,000-yard mark on the season already in week 5. Hand off here to Taylor, somehow cutting upfield and got 5 out of it. I didn't expect that to happen at all. Good, quick, pretty much a U-turn there by Taylor.
Now, if Albuquerque manages to get into the end zone, Lexington could be in big trouble.
The goal for Lexington's defense now, stop them short of that. Williams with the carry, pushing, and he's going to get the first down. Oh, man, what high drama we've got here in Albuquerque tonight.
I think, yeah, you're finally seeing that the Lexington defense is getting a little tired on the field. These run plays are working better and better for Albuquerque.
Folks, get your 4s up. We're 3 stanzas through, and we've got the final act to go. Albuquerque leads Lexington 14-0. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network, the official network of SFLM, SFL, UFL, and so much more coming soon. The Virtual Football Network, where all the best football, virtual football, lives. So a 1st and goal here for Albuquerque. They know, oh my goodness, Williams somehow got out of that one. That looked like that was going to be about a 4-yard loss. Turns it upfield somehow for a gain before being tackled by David Ware.
I was looking for that play like they did before when it's a little screen pass to the running back, but they didn't do it. And the whole left side was wide open.
Cameron Duty here with Rochelle Colston, Damon Simeon, and Ron Haynes in the stats truck. Cameron Irvine, SFL head, corners it into the end zone. Is the big tight end for Albuquerque. Number 81, Jack Wall with the TD.
Can I give Cyrus Jive credit there? I mean, there were defenders in the area. He just placed the ball where only Jack Wall could catch it. There's number 41. If they allow Jack Wall to get behind them.
Cameron Shaw there kind of almost fell out of his shoes trying to hold on with Jack Wall there, keep up with him. And a good job by that fan favorite tight end here in the SFL. The extra point is good. It is a 21-point game, 9:35 remaining. The battle to go 4-1. Right now, it's Albuquerque in the lead. We have seen this before, Rochelle. This is eerily similar of what happened with Albuquerque last week in their game that they played. Of course, we know how tight that was with Queen City. Lexington here, though, if they can score and score quickly, they've got a shot, but they got to score.
Which is something they can't seem to do tonight. Or can they get down to the red zone, they throw away an interception in the end zone.
Yeah, 3, off the top of my head, 3 possessions in the red zone that have went for interceptions. All right, so here we go. For Lexington, try to reset here for 1 quarter and try to undo what has been done the first 3 as West does that carry out again.
Lexington here, it's kind of panic time. You're down 21 points. You have like 9 minutes left. And so far, your air game has been disastrous.
But let's focus on the positives. You've got DJ Bandit. You've got Alexander West. You've got the Hall of Famer Gabriel Manning. And Slider will have to throw it. No, he goes down, and guess who gets him again? It's Chris Porter, the Albuquerque Nightmare, we'll call him tonight.
Wow.
Oh, around the edge again, totally beats big number 74 there on the line. And it's 2nd and 14. 3rd sack tonight for Porter.
Amazing.
Like I said, so many game balls that we could possibly pick from this evening. On the carry, that's James. Again, if you're just tuning in late in this game and you're wondering where Phoenix Jones is, dealing with headaches, severe headaches on the sidelines, fighting to come back, not been able to see him yet, and it's 3rd and 11 with an empty backfield. Here we go. Kenny Slider all day, throwing deep, tip, batted away. And what more can you say that hasn't been said about this Albuquerque defense?
TJ Frosty.
Yeah, a brilliant play by Frosty.
I take the pass deflection any day over the interception, so And once again, they're forced to punt here. Tachiyuki's been a very busy person.
Sure has, absolutely. Been working that right leg hard this entire game. Nice punt, booming. Fielded at the 32, which is where Albuquerque will set up shop. Folks, we want to remind you that Week 5 of SFL Season 24 rolls on tomorrow, and it's headlined by two surprise teams. The 3-1 Queen City team visits the 3-0 Vancouver team at 6:45 p.m. Eastern, so that's exciting. Queen City Corsairs and the Vancouver Legion. Their matchups include Mexico City at Fort Worth, Bossier City at Indianapolis, Baltimore and Chicago, all right here on the Virtual Football Network. That carry goes for 5 on first down, and now you're going to start seeing that clock be utilized and start to run.
Yep, I like it. Albuquerque's not being that aggressive now. They're up 21 points. They're sticking to their run game, which has been working in the second half really well for them. But I think it's because of the tired defense of Lexington.
Not to take away anything at all from this Albuquerque offense and the job that they have done, but I tell you what, their defense has played so good tonight. They've been both their offense and defense. Not only have they gotten turnovers, when they've gotten turnovers, they've actually put them in some really good field positions to capitalize on at times.
Can you imagine the score would be if they actually capitalized on all the turnovers? Wow.
Yeah. We probably have an SFL record. 3rd and 4 coming up. Big play here. Can they get off the field? Almost intercepted. Boy, Lexington had a big INT there. Was intended for Marion, and I believe that one just slipped right through Cameron Shaw's hands. But the important point is it's 4th and 4.
Yeah, great job by the defense coming out here. They're tired. They get a stop. They force a punt. Now the offense needs to come out and take advantage of it.
Buzz Killington back on for this punt. Fair catch called for. Manning not able to do anything with his returns tonight, and he's so good at that. They'll start from the 21-yard line.
Number 21 got down the field that time on the coverage. Jack Napier on, punt return coverage, doing a great job of getting down there.
You see the stat on your screen, 23rd offensive possession tonight. Who would have thought it?
Well, all the turnovers, you just keep flip-flopping back and forth.
But who had that on your bingo card? I'm sure not many. Oh, and James is obliterated by another good play. Number 50, Keenan Samuels, coming up with a big shot there.
So keep an eye on Chris Porter. Where is he? There he is.
Shout out to our stats crew tonight, doing a fantastic job in the stats truck, keeping us informed. And that's an all-star team down there with Ron Haynes and Damon Simeon, enjoying the heck out of being with them this evening. Oh, and that time the pass is complete, and Bandit, who was completely on fire the last game against Denver, has been completely silenced tonight. He's been relegated to just a couple of good plays downfield, but we've seen him in a lot of short yardage situations.
I mean, it's 3rd and 6. It's very manageable here. And I wouldn't run the ball.
Looking like run out of an I formation. But they throw. The pass is complete. That's a little more like it to Gabriel Manning. 3rd down efficiency has been tough tonight, but they get one there. They are 4 of 11 on the evening.
That time, Kenny Slider, he did throw into heavy coverage. But Manning had a little bit of separation. And just got perfect little pass by Kenny Slider.
And what about Kenny Slider? I mean, just a tough evening, but able to go back out there and just sling one again. Some things you have to do, no matter how difficult it's been on you the entire evening, and that's one of the things they have to ask of him. And now finding his form a little bit, Bandit over the middle, 1st and 10. Lexington getting some groundwork here. Maybe too little too late, though.
You get that goose egg off the board.
That's a big thing. First objective, right? Get the goose egg off the board and then go from there. 5:47 and counting in this 4th quarter.
This drive is looking pretty promising.
Expect that we'll see no huddle pretty shortly here if this drive continues. Screen pass out of the backfield to James. Breaks the tackle, gets the 1st down, still on his feet. Across the 30, close to the 25-yard line. The most promising drive that we've seen in a couple quarters here for Lexington.
And definitely a great job by Deion James coming in, basically being a featured back now that Phoenix showed us on the sidelines. Great run. Did he stay in bounds the whole entire time? He sure did.
Yeah. How impressive. Really tightrope walking it there on the sidelines, doing a good job with everybody coming at him there. 1st and 10 now. Just outside the 25-yard line.
Now, if they keep possession of the ball, they are in field goal range.
Manning in motion. Slider.
Oh, no.
Again, and thrown to the turf.
Leo Jefferson.
Leo Jefferson, yeah, with the big sack. Slider got to get up, throw it again, heaves it downfield. It's caught by Manning for a 1st and goal, no huddle time.
Whenever you need a big play, you go to your Hall of Famer. What a catch.
Going again to the end zone. Oh, no. Intercepted. It was contested. Chris Porter all around it, as well as Keenan Samuels, the linebacker there. 2nd and goal coming up.
And this is where it's disaster for Lexington many times tonight. Trying to throw into that end zone with a bunch of green jerseys.
It's going to bring up a lot of PTSD, and that's a testament to just how good Albuquerque's defense has been on this side of the field. Slider going to have to throw to the end zone, and touchdown. It's DJ Bandit. The Miners get on the scoreboard with 4 minutes and some change remaining in this game.
Wow, finally they put together a drive. Came close to throwing an interception in the end zone, and finally they found somebody. TJ Bandit, big target, middle of the field, and making the perfect throw and catch.
So on to attempt the extra point. It's going to be Takeda Yuki, and just a good drive right there by Lexington, slinging it like we know that they can. And the extra point is good. So it is now a 2-score game. Again, it's not over. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Do we expect a traditional kickoff here from Lexington? I would imagine so, and hope your defense can hold on.
And if you're Albuquerque, oh no, it's onside kick.
Onside kick. Yuki right into the hands of Jack Wall. Wall still on his feet. Are they going to get him?
He's big man run.
Touchdown. Can you believe it? Jack Wall with the onside kickoff return, dashing any hopes Lexington had of a comeback.
Wow, and if you're Albuquerque, what else can go your way?
Shakes the tackle, and then after that, it just can't bring him down. He's shaking him off as he runs down the field.
He doesn't look very fast rumbling down the field, though, that big man.
Well, that was a thing of beauty. For one, great hand by Jack Wall to bring that one in, fluidly. And we are thinking that could be possibly the first tight end onside kicker touchdown in the league history. We may have to confirm that, but that's about the only thing that this game didn't have, and now it has it.
Now, Marco Swift in the chat says, I mean, why not? I've seen it all now.
All right, folks, what can you tell us? I mean, it's certainly been entertaining, has it not? I mean, in the chat, we've enjoyed reading your responses, and of course, we thank you for being here with us as Wes has to kick this, or actually kneel this one down in the end zone for the touchback. So here you go. All that work that Lexington did, Rochelle, to get on the board, to try to draw closer to Albuquerque, diminished in one onside kick, and they're back down 3 scores again.
Oh, I mean, this game I've seen it all. Like Marco Swift said, I've seen it all now.
I think it's missing the good round of Colston karaoke coming to the SFL convention. We'll talk about that later.
No.
Incomplete second. What do you mean, no? I can still work on you, right? I mean,
if you go to the convention, you may be able to convince me. But other than that, it's not going to happen.
Okay, there we go. And that's going to segue us here into this great little spot about the 2025 convention, heading up to Baltimore for the 25th anniversary SFL season, July 10th through the 14th. And you can reserve your room now at a special group rate at cmfl.net. You know you want to come join us at the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor. There's a first down by Kenny Slider.
No, I like Lexington's 2-minute offense. Their hurry-up offense is, pretty good.
Oh,
no.
Oh, my goodness, and it's Valentine. Starting Valentine's Day a little bit early this year, but celebrating nonetheless, bringing this back to the Lexington 31, and that will be lights out for this Lexington team.
Now, if you're Albuquerque, all you got to do now here is come out and use your backs and keep getting first downs down the field and just run this clock down to 0.
And you know what? Why not? For Daniel Valentine, that is our breakaway play of the game, brought to you by Breaks GPT, sports memorabilia breakers and collectors. You never know whose autographed helmet or jersey you might hit. Check them out at breaksgpt.com. 3 for Valentine, just 15 days before Valentine's Day. So we'll give him the game breaker play there as well to go along with it. On the ground.
I'm surprised you didn't give it to Jack Wall.
Well, you know what? It did cross my mind, but at that, and that's a good candidate as well. How about we could do game breaker plays there by Breaks GPT. But, of course, sealing the deal with that one was that INT by Valentine. I mean, come on, three
interceptions in one game.
Yeah.
Now you have an argument now.
Yeah.
He's got to almost be the player of the game at this point.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's who I'd have to give it to. It's hard to pick. I mean, maybe we should collective game ball. I don't know. 2nd and 9 here, 3:22 remaining in this fourth, and now the play clock down to 2. Delayed handoff to Taylor, and he gets a good chunk there. 3rd and 3 coming up.
Yeah, but Lexington, Albuquerque's in no hurry. They're just taking their time. They're going to their huddle. You'll see them watch this clock tick down to like 23 seconds on the play clock before they actually snap the ball.
Yeah, now it's just smooth sailing for Albuquerque. And for Albuquerque, they're going to move to 4-1. And that is very impressive by this young team who came in season 23, started their campaign at the Major League 7-5. This will be the first time that they will go 4-1. Last year through week 4, they were 1-2. So they have really did some great talented things. And there's Williams once more. But really, let's talk about that. Just how talented this team really is showing up.
Great recruiting by Swole, the owner, and it's probably their head coach. So, great job.
Yeah. And for Albuquerque, as we said, they'll go to 4-1 next week. They go on the road to play the Minnesota Legend. That's going to be on Monday night, a Monday night spectacular, February the 10th. The following week, in week 7, they go to Bossier City. Bossier City comes to them. They come right here to this beautiful facility in a divisional matchup on February the 16th. Then the Carolina Skyhawks as well, the bye week. 2 minutes remaining. Albuquerque easily out front. You're watching the SFL on the Virtual Football Network. Giving a call again to Ron Haynes and Damon Simeon in the stats truck. Cameron Irvine at SFL headquarters. For Albuquerque now, as we know, it's just time to run out the clock and put another W in the win column.
Wow.
Handoff.
Timeout train.
Yep. And you come to expect it, don't you? Williams hitting the century mark on really what was a good day. Kind of a surprise. He did it very quiet, didn't he? And moving ever closer to that end zone to put a final touchdown on the board, and he does. Goes over 100 yards and gets another TD. Icing on the cake at this point, 34-7 Albuquerque.
Icing on the cake, nail in the coffin. Well, the nail happened a little while ago when Jack Wall scored a touchdown. Yeah, but this Albuquerque offense, it doesn't let up.
So this is just a little added decoration. But beautiful at that, if you're an Albuquerque Adams fan. Almost as beautiful as that evening sky here in Albuquerque. The extra point on the way. There's the snap, the hold. It is good. 35-7 by Albuquerque in a game that truly felt like it had been 35-7 for a long time. It really wasn't until the last couple of minutes in this fourth quarter that it got out of hand.
Lexington's defense did a great job, even though they had all the turnovers.
Yeah.
Keeping them off the board until the very end. I think your defense just got tired at some point. They're on the field a long time.
You said it. You can only ask a defense to do so much without the offense really being able to step in and help. As West fighting hard on that recovery there. That's a big thing. They kept guys like him and Gabriel Manning silent for the majority of this game. And, if you can do that, you're really saying something as a defensive unit.
On the other end of the spectrum, Lexington did not get to do a good job of covering K. Marion at all, or Jack Wall.
And again, that weariness, growing tired as this game went on, certainly had a lot to do with that. They were forced to be on that field quite a bit tonight,
which allowed them in the last quarter to use their run game, and it was very effective.
So Lexington, barring some sort of miracle, which the way tonight's went, I wouldn't expect or put anything out of the realm of possibility, is going to fall to 3-2 on the season. They've got Pittsburgh coming up next week as they will play them at home on February the 8th at 9:15 Eastern. Then they have a bye week, and then they have Florida Storm coming to town. That'll be a big matchup. That'll be February the 21st. So looking down the line, Pittsburgh got some important weeks ahead of them here.
Yeah, I mean, the clock is not Lexington's friend, and this game is basically over.
But the crowd's not finished yet.
I'm the Albuquerque crowd. I'm going insane.
Listen, enjoying this, loving every minute of this Albuquerque defense. Slider throws down the field. Alexander West, there he is for his best play of the day. Spins out at about the 20-yard line. That was the last diving attempt made by Bryant James to keep him out of the end zone. And time still on the clock. And Lexington, they want to try to get some good points up here. And West, though, 4 receptions, 98 yards. We said he hadn't been able to do much. He is getting close to 100 yards here.
That's very true. I'm surprised. It didn't seem that way.
No, I just didn't feel like it because of how smothering this Albuquerque defense was at times. Minute 30 to go in this game. Slider throwing to the end zone, just short of the end zone, excuse me.
There's Manning.
Yep, Manning again at the 5-yard line. And folks, look who's back in this game. Number 22, Phoenix Jones.
I guess the ad bill finally worked.
Jones has been dealing with severe headaches this entire game. He now finds himself back in action, coming back to play for his team here at the end of this one. Incomplete with that shot into the end zone. And look who was a part of that. Daniel Valentine once more.
And if I was Steve Slater, they'd be having flashbacks of all the interceptions I've thrown to the end zone tonight. Ooh.
Can you imagine, his teammates or even the people, opposing him on the field, they're like, haven't you done enough tonight? Can we have a moment here?
Really?
Valentine having a great, great day as we've already documented. Now Manning in motion. Nobody in the backfield, so they're going to have to go to the air here. Play clock down to 5. Pressure coming. Throwing middle field. Manning, touchdown! That's going to bring him closer to that total that we talked about coming into this game. We said he was just 2 touchdowns away from 100. Now, if my records are correct, he's just 1 TD away from 100 in his career.
You're making the score look a little bit better. Now it's 35-14, which is a lot better than 35-7.
Yuki on to attempt. Takeda Yuki with the extra point. It's good. 1:17 left to play, so we can even expect probably another onside kick here.
Ugh, I don't know. I don't know if I do that again.
There it is. Onside
Where's Jack Wall?
formation. Yeah, Jack Wall lined up there. Second row. It's bobbled, and it is caught by the big man, Williams. Good hands on this special teams unit. And with that, that should be the kneel down, and this game will go to the record books.
That's a big person catching the ball on an onside kick. Wow.
Yeah,
that's a lineman.
Yeah, it is. Leah Williams, 6'6", 359 pounds in her second season with Albuquerque. Everybody getting in on the action tonight for the Adams.
I mean, look at that. Look at the size of that person.
Yeah. Don't want to meet her in a back alleyway, right?
Not ever, no.
Hope you don't owe any kind of lunch money or rent or anything. I mean, tough, I tell you. Oh, you love it. Don't you just love these players of this SFL? Great characteristics. I mean, great features, great personalities, folks. Let me go ahead and say, if you haven't had an opportunity to, we invite you to check out our Discord server. It's never too late to get involved. If you want to have a player on this field and interact with this great bunch that you see in the chat and the folks that, like us, that you hear calling this game, we invite you to do so. And like I said, if you want a player, there's SFLM to begin, and they, of course, work your way up to the majors. It's never too late to get involved. Check us out, simfl.net. 15 seconds here, Rochelle.
Yep, this game is, watch the clock wind down. The game is officially over. Albuquerque wins 35-14.
Celebration time for Albuquerque. The clock strikes 0, and this one is in the books. It's been a pleasure. Albuquerque wins 35-14. A tough game. You feel like these two teams can meet on down the road. Final score here as you see it on your screen. Let's take a look at the final stats and the game ball and your final thoughts, Rochelle.
Looking at the 7 points in the first quarter, 7 points in the second, and then 21 in the fourth quarter. With all of the interceptions in the first half, the final score was only 60 to nothing going into the halftime. But Lexington's defense did a good job until they got tired. Like I said, my player of the game is Daniel Valentine. You can't ask for anything better of a game than that from a defensive player.
Folks, we thank you for being a part of this tonight. We've enjoyed having you all with us. A good evening of football. There's more football to come, folks. Don't go anywhere. More football tonight and this weekend. For Cameron Irvine, Ron Haynes, Damon Simeon, and Rochelle Colston, my name is Cameron Duty. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.